Well, hi there, everyone. This is Daniel, and I'm learning how to play iRacing. So, I'm pretty new to sim racing. I played a lot of console games and things like that, Forza mainly, but a little bit of Project Cars 2 and some things like that, which are not really gamepad friendly. And um, so I recently bought a racing wheel with force feedback and all that, and it should be coming in the mail soon. And in the meantime, I went ahead and started working with iRacing some, and it is a world of difference. Not what I was expecting at all. I'm not exactly sure what I was expecting, but it's tough. But I wanted to try to start documenting my progress through here. So this is my first time ever running in iRacing. I'm in a Dallara DW12. At Laguna Seca, and I do very poorly, but I'm having a lot of fun. So here we go. Neutral and first. Alright. So driving with the pit lane here. First off, my frame rate in game is a whole lot better than this. I'm not sure why this is so glitchy here, but we'll deal with it. I'm kind of playing with the brakes a little bit just to kind of get a feel for it, and yeah, there we go. That's fun. So at this point, I'm still racing with a gamepad, which is not iRacing friendly, but it's doable, kind of. The game just, the sim feels totally different than anything else I've played. That's really what surprised me. The brakes especially feel very, very different from the things I'm used to playing. So, for reference, when I play Forza, I have all the assists turned off, no racing line, nothing, and I'm usually pretty on it, doing pretty well. So I decided to not use a racing line on this one, and things like this happen. Oh, yeah, that's fun. Nothing like a 360. And then I'm trying to figure out how I turn around. I don't know what to do here. So, as you can tell, I greatly overestimated my abilities, as I'm sure every racer does. Yeah, so there's I've cut the course and whatever. It's not like I had a competitive time anyway. And I really didn't expect this practice to really go all that well. Fully admit to being a new kid on the block, But, I had enough experience with Forza and things like that I thought, well, that'll probably be okay. It won't be great, but it'll be alright. I did not exceed my own expectations. I came short by quite a bit, actually. The brakes just kept catching me out. And you'll notice my front and left locks up a lot. It's almost every turn. Going wide there. I have a medium downforce setting. Maybe that's part of my issue. I'm not sure what's the most similar to what I'm used to, but I figured medium was middle of the road, right? This is where I'm sure where all the sim racing guys make fun of me. So, at this point, I'm still kind of trying to find where my markers are. I know where the lines should be, but of course, this is a much more accurate version of Laguna Seca. Getting a little air there, that was fun. I love how it says I cut the course. You jumped into the air 10 feet, but you cut the course, so. Yeah. Got a little nice little skid there and totally ruined my. Yeah, that was fun. That one frustrated me because I remember. I'm gonna use the word Forza a lot, and you can make it a drinking game. Every time I say the word Forza, you get to take a shot of whatever your preferred elixir is. There we go. Oh, down at the left front again. I had gotten pretty good at that kind of chicane downhill area. There's a name for it. I forget what it's called now because I'm not really a race car driver. And I remember I'd spent a lot of time and gotten really good at it in Forza. And then I came here and botched it so badly. The car seems to understeer quite a bit, so you'll notice I keep taking my turns way too early. Like I keep diving towards the corners way too aggressively. I'm 100% positive that's my driving, not an issue with the sim, but Or again, the Forza cars probably have too much grip. You know, it probably goes differently. So I keep overcorrecting that issue there, which is fun. You know, I haven't really gone through and set up my field of vision or anything like that, field of view or anything like that, really. So I played around with it a little bit, ballparking some numbers, and came up with something similar to this. But you'll notice the aspect ratio is kind of weird. I play on a ultra-wide monitor, so it's a little shaky. So it's a 21:9, I think, is the aspect ratio. Where's that standard? I don't remember. Whatever it is, it's 256 by 1080. So it's 1080 vertical and 256 or 2560. Sorry, 2560 horizontal. So it gives me a nice wide field of view, which is nice. This means I won't have to invest in triple monitors as soon. But it makes for some funky uploads, I'm sure. See, now by this point, I'm starting to get the hang of it a little bit better. I'm pushing it harder than I probably should be, given how new I am. But I know what gear. Oh, yep, there we go. I know what gear to get into. I keep getting way too heavy on the brake. It makes me a little nervous actually when I go to get the actual wheel, how it's gonna handle. There we go. I didn't get airborne that time. That's positive. We've got positive improvement here. Yeah, so the wheel that I'm going to be getting, let's see if I can make it through here, kinda, yeah. Look at that, I gained 0.3 seconds. Oh, wow, I'm flying and ruined it. It's painful to watch. So, the wheel that I'm getting is the Logitech G920. I actually like the G29 better. It looks like it has more features and all that jazz, but I have an Xbox, and the G29 does not work with the Xbox, but the G920 does, so that's the one I ended up going for. I don't have the shifter, but I'm not too worried about that. I gotta figure out how to drive cars first before I can even worry about the rest of that. Yeah, so far my impressions of iRacing have been really good, though, really positive. It runs well on my computer, which is not the beefiest thing in the world. So I'm really happy with this performance. Like I said, the video here, at least from where I'm watching, it appears to be kind of jittery. I think it only does 30 frames per second and doesn't do a whole lot of keyframing. But I never noticed any lags or dips or drop frames or anything, and I had it set to 60 frames per second as its limiter, so I assume we were there about, you know, plus or minus. So that one wasn't too bad. I could have gotten a little closer on the inside there, but not bad. And I soiled it. The other thing I noticed with this car too, and this may be due to the fact that I'm playing on a gamepad. I'm gonna blame the gamepad for everything, I'm sure, but it seems really easy to spin out, like way easier than I would have thought. And at this point, I think I'm just gonna. My goal is to give it one more good shot, but I don't know for certain. You know, it just seems like, you know, you make one little mistake, and next thing you know, you're backwards, which, as I say it, I know sounds dumb because, of course, it's an Indy car. That's why these drivers are so talented, you know. But for a newbie like me, it can get a little frustrating. So here I decided to reset because I was trying to go for one good lap, and it wasn't happening. And if I remember right, I don't even make it out of the pits on this one, or something, or right near the pits. It's hard to remember what lap is what. Slow down for the deceptively sharp turn. Off track a little bit. That's not good. Maybe it's not this one. There was one that I took that I came out of the pits, and it was like almost immediately I just bent it, you know, just crashed right into the wall, and it was embarrassing. You see I'm getting a lot slower here. I'm starting to get more aggressive on my acceleration out of the turns and less aggressive on my way into the turns. Dude, that wasn't bad. If I'd taken that at a decent speed, I would have been happier with that. This turn up here, I had a hard time with the braking point. I kept braking too late, and braking over that hill is just not working for me. I keep losing my grip. And if I wait till I get closer to the hill to start braking, then I just can't brake fast enough. So I think that's probably the part that surprised me the most about this. I think the Forza brakes for the Indy cars are just overpowered, you know, and it leads to this false sense of like I can just run up to a wall and stop on it, you know, just stomp on the brake and you stop moving. Ooh, there. Oh, that's the yeah, that was gone. And now my car's all busted. My steering input is straight, but I'm cockeyed. So the guy even said, he's like, "Oh, your car's busted, you moron."
The car has too much damage. We've got to fix it.
So we tried again. It also doesn't help that it's like 10:30 at night when I'm doing all this. So, you know, my brain's already dead from a full day's work. And oh yeah, here I was just testing out the brakes a little bit because I'm gonna probably get bald spots on my tire though. And there it is. That's the one that I was talking about. I got too antsy, you know, ran it way too fast there and spun around. I was Grumposaurus Rex. That's the technical term there. And then I crashed it here. So at this point I'm getting pretty frustrated and I can tell I'm just losing my edge, you know. It's not, you know, the car is probably still just the car, doing all the same things, but I can't get it to do what I want it to do, and that's frustrating, you know. But I'm starting to realize, though, how much work it's going to take just to be competitive, even on. I mean, obviously, I'm running the Indy car because I like Indy cars, not because I expect to be racing Indy cars tomorrow. And there's the whole class system and all that, but. You know, this is a car that in Forza I'm pretty good at, I'm pretty competitive with, and there it is. See, so things like that. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I felt like I was just hitting the brake gently, and it just completely seized up on me. So, anyone that has suggestions on what I did wrong there, please, please, please let me know, because I felt like from that last lap on, it just felt like the car was getting worse and worse, and I don't know if that's really true, or if it's just my imagination, or just my own frustration levels, you know. I know tire damage is a thing, or tire wear is a thing, but I was under the impression that when you reset your car, you get new tires, but that may be a really dumb assumption to make. Yeah, so if anyone has any suggestions there. It's totally possible that it's just, you know, I get the more frustrated I get, the harder I try to make it do what I want it to do, and that means the less it's actually going to do what I want it to do. Yeah, and that's totally possible too. But here again, I went too far out, too late on the brakes. So when I try to get aggressive, I end up hosing myself, and I need to keep reminding myself that I am not Ayrton Senna, despite what I want to be. Well, I never raced IndyCar, so there's that. You know, it's funny. So I was never really into. I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked racing, but I wasn't nearly as into it as I am now. And another crash. Frustrating. I wasn't nearly as into it as I am now. And I think a lot of that's due to sim racing, actually, in all reality. I mean, I started racing, again, on Forza, and, you know, wanted to get into some more realistic sim racing, and so I started watching a lot of different videos with, you know, Empty Box and some of those different guys. Sorry, I'm trying to watch what's going on here. I can't remember if this is the lap or the next lap that I completely ruined things. Ooh, a little skid. Now see, okay, so like that. I was able to recover from that skid relatively well. Yet I have skids that happen out of nowhere that I have no control over. So, again, that's just consistency on my part, I'm sure, but suggestions are welcome. So, there's that. Nice. Anyway, they will be like, you know, Jimmy Broadbent, some of them. If you guys have a favorite... Ooh, got all crazy here. I wish it wasn't so stuttery. It's a shame. It looks like the stutter is what's causing my problem there, but that's not what it was. It was just bad driving. The stutter is just part of the video encoding. So I did some donuts because I was mad. I wasn't really mad, but frustrated. And that's all I got there. Yeah, that's a lovely crash. So let's look at some of the footage here and go over it again. Where do I quit? I thought I went back and watched video. There's my donuts. Look at that. Yeah, there we go. So I go back to lap 1. Or lap 0, what do they call it? And let's see what happens here. So, analysis of my own, which I am not a racing instructor, so I don't know what's going on. I should have gone slower so I could take that inside apex in the second half of that turn and come out a little better. That would have been a lot better. And then here, I'm just cutting way too tight. You know, I'm obviously getting antsy. Same thing here. Yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. Coming through, downshifting into the corner. I think I was okay on that one, actually. That looks pretty decent from my angle here. And this is where it's not decent. Oh, fly like an eagle. Yeah. I just want to cut that corner too short, and ooh, a little loose there, and flying again. Whew. There's a broken spine right there. Alright, we're coming through here. I actually like this section of the track. I think it's nice. It's not super low speed. I don't like just losing all the speed. I mean, right here obviously kind of is, but okay, we'll watch another lap here. Gonna get a running start here. Doing well. Coming down. There we go. That's a little better. I went a little slower. Much better. Okay, so I still could use a little bit less speed coming into that second half of the corner. Just grazed the inside there, so that wasn't bad. Ooh, a little early there. I needed to... You can see that I realized it and tried to correct, but... I feel like I went too far on the inside there, but I can't... It's hard to tell from this angle. There's another flying one. Yes! Oh... It's a miracle I didn't spin out there, actually. Up and over, down on the brakes. Again, you can see that front left. I really like locking up that front left. I gotta work on that. It makes me a little bit nervous, honestly, when I do get the wheel and pedals that I'm gonna... You know, it's not like you get any feedback in the pedals or anything, so... I'm a little nervous how that's gonna work out, how that's gonna translate, but... Yeah, bad corner there. Bad corner. Carried no speed to the exit there. I pretend like it's intentional. I took a late apex. And I lost my video at this point. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, okay, that's the end of the video. Yeah, that's why. So yeah, that's my thoughts. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I just hope I can, you know, do proud to... do proud? That's not a thing. You know, I want to improve. Want to get better. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully, in a year or so from now, I can look back on this video and laugh at how bad I was, but hopefully be happy about where I am now. So, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.